Dr. Kevin Whine founded Zmodo in 2009, and since then he's made a name for it in selling surveillance and security equipment. In 2015, we transitioned into the smart home market, and now, as you can see around you, we have more than 30 new products for a total smart home. Without further ado, here's Dr. Kevin Whine.
Thank you, Sandra. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? I wasn't nervous for the whole day, but now I'm a little bit nervous. And yesterday I talked to a lot of people. They were wondering who is Zmodo. So let me give a brief introduction about Zmodo. Zmodo was founded like 7 years ago. And at the very beginning, we are doing video security stuff. And gradually, you can see, we moved to smart home devices. But still, video security is still our core technologies. And now we developed the whole line of smart home devices. Probably if you have a chance, you can go around our booths, you can find our smart devices covers from inside and outside. From here, some of the new products. We do have like this one, Slap, which is true wireless. And from Garden, we have Torch Pro. And for the gate, for your door, we have a whole line of smart doorbells. Well, device is only one part of our products. And certainly, and for the past few years, we try to make our devices smarter. So we add a lot of smart features to our devices. In order to do so, and we do have R&D centers in Shenzhen, Beijing, and valleys. Also, we do have manufacturing facilities in both Shanghai and Shenzhen, which is approximately right now 300 square feet. Also, we have operation offices in Champagne and Europe and China. So now probably everyone knows briefly about Zmodo. And behind the devices, as I mentioned earlier, so not only the devices, we want to make the devices live. That's one of the main purposes for the Zmodo. So how to make the devices live, to make this smarter? So we do establish the share platforms. And right now, so far, we connected around 2 million devices. And we have an active user of very close to 1 million users right now. And also, right now, we are working on to make the platform and add a lot of AI features to our platforms. I think for the year of 2017, we will make our devices smarter. As probably you can see, we have robots over there, which will be your smart home centers, or one of the centers. And we are so excited about the year of 2017 and beyond. I think the smart home industry will have rapid growth in the following years. So as you can see from my team here, although we have a very young team, but I think we are ready for the futures. Are we? Okay, I thank you very much. And if you have questions, Sandra and I were happy to answer the questions.
Thank you. Ooh, sorry. So right now, we're going to have some important YouTubers and bloggers talk briefly about how they see the smart home industry going. Okay, so first up we have ManTripping, which is James Hills. He's an avid traveler who always is searching for new and innovative ways to manage his home remotely, even from thousands of miles away. Please give a big warm welcome to James Hill, ManTripping.
Hi everybody, thanks for coming. And I know how to use microphones too. So yeah, I'm really excited to be here. Zmodo contacted me about, I don't know, about 8 months ago or a year ago. And the thing that's really cool about smart home technology to me is I don't live in a home, I live in a loft, but I travel constantly. And it's nice that I can actually stay connected to my home, even when I'm literally thousands of miles away. Because it gives me not just a sense of being still at home, but I can keep an eye on my dog, I can keep an eye on my house sitter, my dog sitter, and I can even keep an eye on UPS people when they come to drop a package off. That I don't have to tell them, hey, I'm in Switzerland. Sorry, you can leave that, but by the way, if you want to rip me off, nobody's home to do anything about it. So, it's really empowering to have smart home technology, and I'm really excited about all the new stuff you guys have so that I can fill in the gaps. The thing that also is really cool about what Zmodo is doing is the fact that everything's in one app. Right now I have 4 or 5 different manufacturers that are all in different apps on my phone. Some have different configurations, some have different lag times and latency. But it's really exciting that as I have a pivot and as I have the torch, that I can look at one app rather than kind of flipping between the two of them. And I think that's one of the big trends that I'm excited about seeing more of stuff. And one day I've told it's not quite there yet, but I'm looking forward to one day someone opens my door, the sensor on the door is there, my Zmodo robot walks up to the door and says, "Hello, who are you? How can I help you?" And I think that's something I've been dreaming about since I was a little kid, and it's really, really exciting to see that it's almost there for for millions of Americans, and I guess people around the world too. So, and there's the robot that it's right over there. So, yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, James. Next up we have Connie Gruning from Peanut Butter and Whine. She is a blogger and a grandma of 3 and a techie gadget addict. Please give a warm welcome to Connie Gruning.
Hi. I am a Zmodo fan from the get-go. I got the Pivot, and I like to call it my husband cam, because he can't do anything that I don't know about, because I can watch him anywhere from my iPad, which I really like. But in all seriousness, my husband has MS, and falling is a big major thing of MS. And being away from home, if I needed to get a hold of him and I couldn't, I can turn on my app and I can see what he's doing. So, and I know he plays way too much video games. My favorite thing for the new Zmodo that is coming out, though, has to be those curtains. I love that I can, like James said, everything goes with the one app, which I really like. I don't have those, all sorts of apps, because I'm a grandma of 3. I have way too many pictures. I cannot be having more apps. So I'm not giving up my pictures, keeping those. And the greet is another one that is awesome, because it comes up on my phone that there's somebody at the door, and even if I'm just sitting on the couch, I don't want to see them, and I just ignore the door. So, and I can talk to them. They don't know if I'm home or if I'm at the store. So it's Zmodo is really great, and can I take him home with me, the little robot? Okay, thank you.
Great, thank you, Connie. And last we have Milton Santiago from Tablets For Me. Sorry. He is a tech enthusiast that specializes in making technology simple, reviews the latest in technology from smartphones to home automation. Please give a warm welcome to Milton Santiago.
Thanks for having me. Good morning, everybody. So I don't know how many of you can relate to me, but how many of you in your home or in your families happen to be the person that everyone calls when they have problems with technology? I'm it. So what I try to do is look for technologies that are simple to use, technologies that don't require a professional grade technology person to implement. And that's something that I found that happens to be the case with Zmodo. Something that it's simple, something that may only take 2 wires, or something as simple as the torch. If you can screw in a light bulb, you can get the torch to work. And you think about that simplicity compared to a lot of the technologies that are out there. Really what I like about Zmodo's products is that it's not about the technology that's trying to solve a problem, but it's about a problem that needs solving, and how do you solve it very easily. So having that convenience and the fact that I don't get phone calls makes my life a lot easier than ever before. Also, what I found with the products is that they're fast performing. So I do tech reviews on several of the providers in the industry that are in the similar space, and as you go down through the booths, you see IoT is everywhere. It's all about convenience and safety and about a rich experience. But what sets Zmodo apart from many is the fact that it is easy. You want something convenient, you want something simple to implement. And that's definitely what I found in my experience with the product. Now on a personal side, the reason why I use technologies like these is that I am also a frequent traveler. I travel quite often, and for me it's important that my family be safe. I also have children, and my children very often forget to lock the door. I don't know why it's so hard for teenagers nowadays to get the concept of close the door when you walk in the house, but they do. They also forget to lock it. Also, my children, for whatever reason, are living in a world where they cover their ears all the time. And how many times have you been at home ringing the doorbell because you don't have your key, and your kids are in the house and they don't even know you're there? So having doorbells that have video technology that are able to, I can actually call my son and say, hey, pick up, get up, go to the front door, I have a package, versus a doorbell ringing and no one ever knows, and then I have a little message slip telling me I have to pick up the package at the US Postal Service or whatever carrier. So for me, Zmodo and technologies like this, it's about convenience, it's about my lifestyle, and it's about protecting my family.
Thank you. Okay, next we'll have a panel discussion with several important influencers in the smart home space, including those that you just heard from. Okay, so how this is going to work is I will ask a question, and then whoever wants to answer it will raise their hand, and I'll pass them the mic. So question 1 is, oftentimes people want to have a connected home but not a smart home, or people have a connected home but not a smart home. What are some of the key qualities that you would associate with a truly smart home?
What?
Okay, we've got James for the answer.
I always love to talk, but yeah, I think the difference between a connected home and a smart home is I've had a connected home and connected home devices for almost 20 years, starting with X10 devices where I could, turn something on and off and timer lights and that kind of stuff. But a truly smart home is one that recognizes where I am. For instance, maybe it increases the temperature when I'm in the room, but then decreases it when there's nobody in the room. It actually is connected to saying, hey, there's going to be ice coming, so let's make sure that the lights outside are on, even if I didn't program it that way. And we're not quite there yet, but I'm looking around, looking at the devices and the sensors, and it's absolutely coming. At that point, the home becomes almost a living, breathing entity around you that is be pretty magical.
Great, thank you. And I see Kevin wants to also answer this question. Can you grab that mic?
Yeah, I think if you go around our booth, you can find our smart vent, which will control the temperature of your room much better than some of our other devices, only by controlling thermostats. Actually, that will control your temperature in every room. So, and through our platform, actually, we do have algorithm. So, to save the energy up to twice as by using the single thermostats. And probably you can see we install 3 of the smart vents over there. Also, we do have some of lay on the table. Thank you very much, Jim. Maybe we'll install first one in your room.
Okay, and our next question is, how do you imagine your own truly smart home in the near future? And in what way would it make your life better? So name one sort of instance. And we have Greg answering.
I always think back to the Future too, when the family was at home, and they have all these video cameras and things. But what really struck me is when they were in the kitchen, and they want dinner and they want pizza, and all of a sudden they press a button and Pizza Hut comes down, and that's amazing. I want that. That would make a truly futuristic smart home for me to get takeout, but it just comes out of the ceiling. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but
Yeah, like the smart home Disney movie.
yeah. Yeah, when you're gonna create a pizza so it comes out of the ceiling?
On-demand pizza.
Well, that depends on you want a real pizza or virtual pizza.
Add to that too?
Yes. Here's
think,
Milton speaking.
I think that, we talk about smart, but smart is about convenience, right? And what I would want for a smart home of the future is to have the connected devices have the intelligence and the convenience to be aware of each other, so that if I do have to put in another smart bulb, I don't have to configure it. It knows that there's an ecosystem that it exists in, and it configures itself. So all the things about changing temperature, getting food are great, but the biggest problem with technology is the configuration. So smart isn't always smart. Sometimes it's hard to be smart. I want convenient. Yeah.
And here's John speaking.
Actually, it's Joe.
Joe, I apologize.
No worries. From Smarter Home Life. I think I call my YouTube channel website Smarter Home Life because we're not quite there to the smart home yet. We're not truly in smart homes. When we get there, they will adapt to us, and whether that's via learning your schedule automatically from different sources, and maybe your alarm clock is actually smart and so forth, and it doesn't wake you up at the wrong time, or even your coffee maker somehow figures out if you actually want to have hot or cold coffee that morning. The little things can make the big differences. So.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so on that topic of what kind of great smart home, what kind of things make a great smart home? Which product in Zmodo's lineup do you see as being the most smart, or getting to that level for you?
I get to talk.
Yeah, here's Connie.
If you watched the Zmodo little YouTube video, my granddaughter's the one who put her hands up that wanted her smart house to be able to do her homework for her. And that sweet little face gave me a cold, so I apologize. But in the Zmodo things, I am so impressed with those curtains that I can change it at home, I could change it at work, I could change it from the zoo if I want the curtains closed or open. That I think is really good. And the fact that it's all on one app.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's Kevin.
Sure.
Greg?
I haven't played with all of them, obviously, but the Pivot, I'm very impressed with. It does so much. It's a Bluetooth speaker. It has to tell you the temperature and humidity. And best of all, it's a camera that goes basically in 360 degrees. You can set up sensors so it turns in those directions when the doors or the windows are open. So I love that. I love products that do multiple things. And then obviously it's mainly for a security camera, but it has all those extra features for free.
Well, I'd like to probably at this time give a little bit of explanation about our products and the new products. About the curtains, there is important features. We do have the photo sensors for the curtains to see if the temperature is too high, that will automatically close it by itself. Also, talking about the pivot, we do have the newer products coming third quarter of this year, which is automatic 360 degree, and you don't have to rotate it. When it detect anything, that will give you like alerts or something. Thank you, though.
And here's Milton speaking now.
Love the Pivot. I agree with you. I really like that function. One of the things though that I was taken aback with was really the simplicity of the torch. So many people, you see it all the time where someone's package is being stolen, and it's very important for parents, again, when that kid is coming through that door, to know that they made it that day. And as I looked at what it took to install that, it's just two wires, just connecting your existing doorbell to it, and then plugging in the bulb, and you have a security solution that's going to allow you to see what's going on in your home. If more important to me, it gives me and my family peace of mind. And I think that is what smart is all about.
kind of like to reiterate what a couple of guys have already said, but the fact that everything is integrated here is a step further than many other manufacturers. You know, for instance, I can have the doorbell in the front of the door, see that somebody came in. I've got a sensor on the door that tells that the door opened, and then I can have pivot that normally would be pivoting, looking at my dog in the living room, actually move over and look at the door. And that way, you know, I can see the dog sitter come in, I can see the dog sitter then walk over and see my dog. And that, you know, that integration isn't quite what I would declare as being smart, but it's getting much, much closer. And I can't wait to see what the future brings. But certainly, the integration is where we're going.
And Joe would like to say.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. The Torch products, which now there are 3 of, right? I think that type of product that has integrated devices, 2 in 1 or multiple in 1, where you can install something where consumers would normally not think of installing something. All you do, again, is screw it into a light socket and you're done. Which means you can place things nearly anywhere and not worry about, well, is there power to this special place that I want to put a camera or something like that. And I think additional products like that are going to change the game, getting more adoption and it's just easier to get these advanced devices out there to consumers.
Yeah. And about a few months ago, we introduced the installation method, what we call Zinc, which makes the installation much easier. Like just like Joe said, that's one of our philosophy: make the products as simple as possible. You don't have to spend a lot of time to learn how to use it. Just plug and play. And also talking about the pivot, we add the sensors so you can see the door. Probably some of you can say we do have the new products, Smart Lock, which will work associated with any products, make the life much simpler. Thank you. Maybe I talked too much.
All right, and now we'd like to open up questions from the audience. So if any of you have questions about smart homes in general or Zmodo specifically, please feel free to shout them out, raise your hand, and I will call on you. Any questions from the audience?
That's a question of them.
Oh yeah, here's James with a question for you then.
So since you guys are so shy and doesn't have a question for us, I'm going to ask a question for you guys. So how many of you guys actually have smart home devices or connected home devices in your home right now? Cool. Well, that's it. You have a question for the audience?
Why are you all so quiet? If I can get up here and talk, somebody else can ask a question. Honest.
Any questions? Oh. Joe's got a question for the audience.
There's only, what, 2 or 3 of you? It's CES, you're in the connected home arena, and there's only 2 or 3 of you that actually have connected home devices? Either you're trying to learn about them here at Zmodo, or you're just... yeah. Anyways.
All right, cool. Then we will wrap this up. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And a special thank you to all of our panelists. Thank you for coming and sharing your thoughts on the smart home. And again, for Dr. Kevin Wan as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And what you said is very important to us. We're trying to develop products that make you happier, have a happier face. Thank you very much.